Hey there, you combat veteran men out there. Uh, you know that your mind does what it thinks you want it to do. I'm Gregory L. Henderson, combat Vietnam veteran, and I'm going to explain to you why you do a lot of things that you do. In the last video, we talked about, how you see a problem is the problem. And we're going to, this is just a little bit more added on to that. So your mind does what it thinks you want it to do. And it does this because 90% of the time, you don't tell your mind what you want it to do. All you're doing is consumed with all the negatives that are going on in your life. You're having issues with going to sleep. You're having issues with anger. You're having issues with emotions and feelings. Uh, and I mean, I can't blame you for that because it's how you were brought up. It was. A traumatic experience going into the military, and especially if you're a combat vet, going into combat, some of the things you had to do and things you saw. All this is stored in your memory banks, and if you don't give your brain a command to think differently, then you know you're going to have issues. I want I want to read something right quick that may help us out. I mean, uh, in the Bible, you know, uh, God says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect." That's Romans 12:2. And what we're talking about here, or what God is talking about, is that Satan has filled, who's our enemy, has filled our brains with uh, all these lies, and you can't take control of your mind unless you give it commands. It's no different than a private or a sergeant coming up to a private and telling him, saying, "Hey, grab that shovel over there, go over there and dig a ditch or dig a hole 3 by 3 by 3." Okay, what's that private going to do? Well, he's going to pick that shovel up and he's going to go over there and dig the hole. Okay, why? Because he is given a command. Your brain works the same way. If you do not give your brain a command when all these negative thoughts are coming in, and the command can be just simply to stop thinking this. If you've seen some of my videos, I talk a lot about the Jericho 5-second rule: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. When you say that out loud, your brain stops. It's waiting for its next command. So instead of just not putting anything in there or say something positive, then your brain's going to default back to the negative, the survival mode. Okay? So, gentlemen, you have to understand this. This is critical to stop these emotions, to stop the thoughts and all the chaos going on in your head. You have to give your brain commands. You don't have to just sit there and say, "Hey, I command you to do this." No. Once you sit there and use the 5-second, Jericho 5-second rule 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. If you're thinking something terrible, if you're angry or whatever, just sit there and start thinking, oh man, I need to change this. This is a fantastic day I'm living in. Whoever you're arguing with, hey, that person's really a fantastic person. I mean, they're not, put positive thoughts. It can be of loved ones. It can be of a pet. It can be of a sporting event. Anything that brings happiness and pleasant thoughts to your mind, sit there and replace it. Because if you don't, your brain is going to do what it thinks you want it to do. You're going to leave it up to your subconscious mind to make the decisions. And that's not how it's supposed to be. And that's why God tells us we have to renew our mind every day, every minute. I mean, the Jericho 5-second rule, until it got to be a habit, I mean, I was using it 100 times a day. I mean, I would sit there and say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. And I would start putting command to my brain to start thinking about something positive. I love my life. I'm living a wonderful life. Look at all the things that I have and that I need to be grateful for, and quit thinking about the things that are happening right now. Because, hey, nothing's new under the sun. Whatever's happening in your life will pass. There will be an end to it. But the end depends on whether or not you start thinking in positive, with a positive attitude. I'm just trying to help you understand that who or what controls your thinking process controls you. Plain and simple. Whatever's going on up here is controlling your life. So instead of letting your negative survival mode plan your life, why don't you take control? Be responsible. You can do this. Hey, you're a veteran. You served your country. You went through hell because it was totally uncommon for you. So you have to train your brain. You have to renew your brain, your mind, to start living the way that you desire to live, the way that you want to live. This can be a life-changing experience in your life if you take control of your thoughts and thinking process. Okay, so bottom line, you don't take control and start thinking positive about yourself. You say, I can't. Well, like my mother used to say, can't died with his boots on when Heck was just a pup. You can do anything you want to do. Just put your mind to it. And that means renewing your thoughts. Okay, gentlemen, I hope this helped someone. I'm going to continue this series with a few other things. So, just remember, who or what controls your thoughts control you. So start thinking more positive. God bless you. We love you. If you like this, subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a couple other links down at the bottom that you can click, and we can talk about it, or you can get more help. And just remember, last chapter in your life hadn't been written yet. So there is hope. Don't give up on yourself. God bless you.